Hello, welcome to another Ready Game Roll video. Today we've got a really cool one because this is a box I've been trying to get hold of for a very long time, basically since it came out. And then I saw it the other day and went, yeah, that's gonna be mine. Yeah. But yeah, before we go into this awesome box, I'd like to invite you to like and subscribe and click all the buttons that make things happen on YouTube, because we're still growing. Our community is steadily growing, and that's awesome. So if you're enjoying this low effort, somewhat low energy content, not least because it's bloody warm in the UK right now. Just a quick note. This video was filmed on July the 17th, on one of the hottest days of the year. It is now 6:02 on the 7th of October. Just a weird tangent. That's why I was talking about the heat. It's not that hot currently. It's weirdly warm for the time of year, but it's not 30 degrees or whatever it was. So, yeah. Enjoy the rest of the video. I love it. The art for this box is incredible. As you can see, it barely fits into the frame on my phone camera. I mean, technically it doesn't. I have a massively jank setup of two Stargrave boxes that the tripod stood on. So if I nudge it even slightly, it probably will take a tumble, and I'll probably have to restart this video. But hey ho, let's see how it goes. But yeah, box is nice. I'm not gonna give you a tour of the box because, a big unruly box, having to take it off camera, flip it around, put it back down. Nah, I'm not. I'm not about that. If you do want to look at the box itself, there's other videos that have more space and better, setups for that. But this is us, just a small table, phone, tripod. I could have filmed this on the laptop, like I've done with a few of the older unboxings, but I just prefer this, so less of my mug on camera, which is always a good thing. But yeah, that's enough of that. Like I say, the art's incredible. I love the stark black, red, and white style of it. And immediately, on getting the lid off, we're straight away greeted with plastic, which is cool. I think I would have liked a bit more presentation on, hey, here's the thing. But also, I do like the whole cut the bullshit. This is what you're after. Yeah. So yeah, let's have a look at some of the plastic. So we've got two colours, as you can see. I think the standard grey stuff is for your hostiles. So this will be your main antagonist for the game, Radakar the Wolf. So we've got a Slavic look to him with the hat and the sword. Yeah, quite nice, standard blister-sized sprue that you'd find hanging on a shelf in a Games Workshop, or as they no Warhammer store. The company's still called Games Workshop, but I think they just changed the name of the stores to be more upfront, because I think Games Workshop, people think video games nowadays. Keeping with the theme of the bad guys. Let's move this over here so I can get a better look at the minis on camera without, because I think it's quite confusing having to look at this with that in the background, so I'll move the box out of the way. Yeah, these are some of your hostiles. So your guard, I think these are the Varg. This is the Varg's gear here. Your big sort of somewhere between a werewolf and a vampire in its purest form. Plastic stuck to my hand there. You've got your sort of vampire-y things. I can't remember what they're called, but yeah. Nice swords. Ow! Jesus! Didn't expect that. That's sharp. That's bloody sharp, that is. You've got your sort of guards, more hostiles, so that looks a bit like some of the Chamberlain, I think he's called there. This is this is a sharper box. Yeah, quite nice. And here you've got your rank and file stuff. So some zombies, some skeletons, and some rats, which weirdly is one of the things that drew me to this game, because I have had the book for Rangers of Shadowdeep, and one of the things in the first mission is, hey, you're gonna want some rats. And well, yeah, I could have substituted them for just about anything. It's nice to just have some rat swarm miniatures, really. You also have these sort of objective markers as well, which is really nice. Again, for, like, yeah, obviously this game and Age of Sigmar, but also Rangers of Shadowdeep and Frostgrave and what's the Morkborg RPG? Not RPG. The Morkborg is the RPG, the skirmish game that Morkborg made. Can't remember it off the top of my head. It'll probably come to me halfway through this video. Forbidden Psalm, that's the one. Yeah, so more zombie minis. I think these two sprues, just at a glance, I think these two are duplicated. Yep. If I don't stab myself. Yeah, these two are exactly the same, which isn't a bad thing. You know, they're, like I say, they're rank and file, so it's not going to matter a huge amount. They're going to get lost in the mass. Yeah, I like those. All of those minis look cool. I do want to have a try at making this whole experience a series of videos. So maybe some painting videos, some, you know, lore discussions. I want to do some lore videos on this channel. Maybe some Infinity lore, maybe some 40k lore. So if that's something you want to see us do, that would be like something I'll do anyway. But if it's something that people want to see, it just means I'll try and get it done that bit more quickly. And I might want to put more effort into it if some people say, yes, this is something we want. Because at the moment, I'm just recording something, watching through it to see how shit it is, and going, cool, YouTube. But yeah, I do need to try and get into editing things properly. But editing for me is not fun. It's a bit of a chore. Anyway, onto the rest of the minis, your hero minis, these are. So this looks like it is dominated by the ogre character, which is interesting to see an ogre character as a hero, because I think the ogres I don't know much about AOS, but I think the ogres are part of the Order of Destruction with the orcs and goblins and that side of things. So it's interesting to see that there's a overtly ogre character, which is cool. You also have the dwarf character, the steampunk dwarves. Again, I can't remember the names. I'm not huge up on Age of Sigmar, and the thing is, when I saw this box, basically came with a full AOS Soblike Gravelords army, I was like, ooh, that's interesting. I might at least have a look at playing a game or two with them. And here's the rest of your characters on a much larger screen. So you've got a sort of priesty character along here. That's one hell of a robe. A wood elf druidy character. A sort of vampire hunter, which I really like. That's a really cool sword for the vampire hunter. Yeah, and a wizard type character. So there's two wizards basically in this box. There's the slightly creepy but technically a good guy, and then there's the very creepy, definitely a bad guy. So yeah, if you're buying this for miniature agnostic games, you could easily make two wizards for Frostgrave. Have a sort of good wizard who's got some find some like order of, I don't know, Grand Alliance order or whatever it's called, get some Sigmarite dudes, and have the good wizard, good-ish wizard, and then you could literally just use the evil wizard and have all the zombies and stuff that come in this box as the rest of the warband for them. So that's an option, which is cool. So I want to play more miniature agnostic stuff. But yeah, you get this bit of card, nothing too spectacular on it, which is a shame. It's just this blood pattern. Like, on one hand, it's a shame. On the other, it's literally there so your minis don't poke your books and your cards and stuff. So it serves its purpose, but I know a lot of people who frame these, especially when they're proper like art pieces. The one that came in Indomitus is a nice example, even though that's just in the corner of my room getting bent. I'm going to move that because that's reflecting a lot of light. Words are hard. Let's have a look at this then. So this is all your cards. Oof, there's plenty of stuff here. So starting off, looks like you've got initiative cards by the looks of things. So I'm sure this means something to people who have already played Cursed City, or any of the other Warhammer Quest games in the past. But I haven't. I kept meaning to pick up the 40k version, Blackstone Fortress, but honestly, it never grabbed me quite like this one has, which is weird because I'm much more of a sci-fi fan in general, hence why I run Starfinder and play Stargrave. And mostly play 40k. So this is your, looks like, encounter cards. So discoveries, traps, treasure. Okay, yeah, like standard adventure, dungeon crawly board game stuff. I say that like I'm saying it's a bad thing. It's definitely not. Just, you know, fantasy tropes. Don't know what all this is. This means jack shit to me. Traits. Blade. Executioner. Stalwart. Lawmaster. Yeah, that means nothing to me, honestly. So that will be interesting to look into. Item cards, by the looks of things. Interestingly, the others were loose, so don't know why these aren't. I guess it's because there's a lot of them, and there's not so many of the others. So I'm not going to open these up because that means having to sort out some way of putting them back in and getting them mixed up. So I'm not going to open them. But just by the front card, looks like items. It looks like there's a few slight colour variations on the edging, so probably other things as well. So yeah, nice load of cards. These appear to be, just looking at this, your character cards, and that's something. So yeah, character cards and character cards for your hostiles. So Viercox Bloodborne, Vargskier. Yeah, nice. Quite nice. And because it's Games Workshop and Citadel, the quality of all this is just stunning. It's incredible quality. So, like, you know, you're never going to get shit on quality-wise from Games Workshop because they're just really, really good. Bases. More bases. Another base. So I don't know yet if I'm going to use those, simply because I kind of want nice bases. I might use those and just have to be crafty, or I might find some good cobblestone bases. I know TT Combat, who make Carnivale, have cobblestone bases because that game's sort of set in a Venetian city, but the cobblestones look a little bit clean. Because I might go down to my local store and talk to them about bases and see what their ideas are. Might be that there's ways of making the cobblestone bases look a bit more rough and, you know, awful looking. But yeah, and you get lots and lots and lots of dice. Which some of these mean nothing to me. Two different colours of your standard D6s, which I'm sure means something. A D12, which, yeah, I thought so. I think the D12 is for the behaviour table, which is cool. So that will decide what the creatures do. I'm also not against the idea of, you know, a player acting as a sort of GM and going, yep, this is what the creature's going to do. and I'm assuming the remainder dice, these creamy colours, the icy blue and the red, are combat dice. So your single pips being success, 2 being a sort of either better success or straight up critical. And then obviously your blank sides are just not anything. So yeah, some nice dice. Always good. Ooh, that's not bad actually. Some books, so read this first. Yeah, so far, while I struggle with this, so far I'm impressed. Very nice quality components, good minis, good cards, good dice from what I can tell. Oh, that's a thing. So let's look at the thing that's fallen out. Appears to be an envelope. Ulfrincon in Peril envelope. Do not open until the final assault decapitation journey has been completed. That is the most Warhammer sentence I think I've ever read. That's incredible. So, so you've got something in my throat. Your mum's dick. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's bad. I might have to edit this. Yeah. So, Ulfrincon in Peril quest book. So I'm assuming this will be your missions. Yep. Looks like there's a kind of choose your own adventure element by the looks of things. That's very cool. I'm a fan of that. Having to reach around. Fuck me. Having to reach around the camera is interesting. My shoulder just popped then. You get your war scrolls for the Age of Sigmar game, and yeah, your assembly instructions, which is always nice. Cool. I'm happy with that. Nice lot of literature to read. And finally, oh Jesus, lots and lots and lots of cardboard. More cardboard than you can shake a stick at. Let's see about getting this open, shall we? But judging by the reception to this game, like I didn't just buy it for, because it was a hot ticket item. I bought it because I liked it, and I did a bit of research, and from what I've heard, the gameplay is a bit naff. It's a bit grindy. It's a little bit, samey, with some of the actions a bit bland. I have heard some people love it, but generally I've heard it described as a very 7 out of 10 game, which isn't always a bad thing. Because let's be honest, look at all the stuff that gets 10 out of 10s. A lot of it's really, really boring. Like, look at all the games that get 10 out of 10s. Like, I'm not saying they're all like it, but they tend to be a bit artsy-fartsy and a bit, a little bit pretentious sometimes. Look at a lot of award season movies. They're basically feature-length art pieces. So sometimes sometimes having a little bit of trash to turn your brain off and enjoy yourself is good. And also, if the gameplay isn't for you, the models are just fucking sublime anyway. So you might as well just use those. Nudge those off to one side as we undress the boards. Oh, that was satisfying. So yeah, I'm gonna try and keep this quick because we're now going past 30 minutes. Yeah, so you've got tokens for things, I'm assuming initiative tokens, wounds, initiative tracker, police are happening. I love living in London. It's great. Some sort of time tracker by the looks of things. Yeah, wound markers maybe. Yeah, these are definitely wound markers. Other things. Let's see how they. Oh, that's super clean. Like, that was no effort whatsoever to get out. That's good. That's a good sign. I'm happy. Like I say, having some good cut boards is, oh my gosh, just handling it. And one of the boards on the back came out. So, as you can see, we'll use this one that's already come out. As an example, you've got a square grid. I'm assuming characters will move X amount of squares per turn, I imagine. Double-sided, so on one side you've got this church mausoleum ossuary type thing. Nice skulls, very Warhammer, let's be honest. Nice and grim dark. And then you've got this bloody vampire throne room, which, if someone hasn't made this into a terrain feature, like a proper 3D terrain piece, I'm going to be disappointed. Like, if you know if someone's done this as like a D&D board or something, let me know. I'd love to see that. And as I said, it's all double-sided, so you've got some streets. Like, that is just coming out under the pressure of just me holding it, which is incredible. Nice clean cut. Love it. So yeah, nice dungeon tiles. I think I will say I do prefer stuff to be matte finished. This is a little bit glossy for me, but it's good thickness card. Like, I'm not gonna complain too much. Like, I'd just rather it be a bit more of a matte / satin finish. You've got these kitchen tiles. Yeah, like, these are all top quality. You do have some more tokens at the top as well. Like, just, this is ridiculous. Like, that's coming out no problem whatsoever. Anyway, enough me popping boards out. I'll do that in my own time. Move these to the side. Because one thing I noticed at the bottom of the box, if I can get to them, best bit about board games that I think every company should do is, if you can see there, that's baggies. That's a ass ton of baggies. There you go. That's a ton of baggies, which will be nice for your tokens and items and things like that. Like every, without question, every board game that has tokens or cards or things that can rattle around loose in a box should come with at least a couple baggies, and it doesn't look like they've skimped on baggies, which is nice. Love a good baggie. Anyway, this has been a long one, so I'm going to finish this here and get it on YouTube. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. Again, we've got Patreon, we've got, where you can get Discord and other things. We've got Twitter, Instagram. We have a Twitch that we don't use too often, but we do want to try doing it more. It's just our internet shit. But yeah, we have a ton of content coming out all the time. Try, emphasis on try, to get multiple videos out a week. But mental health sometimes doesn't allow for that, and I, sometimes can't do it. But I try. I want to. So yeah, I hope if you are in the UK right now, you are keeping cool and hydrated. I'm about to go into my room and get my fan and turn that on while I assemble all this shit. And yeah, I hope, wherever you are, I hope you're having a wonderful day. But, if you're not, I'm sure a good day is coming. Just keep at it. You matter. Yeah. Just stay strong. I know it's easier said than done, but we're here for you. You've got, chances are you've got friends somewhere, even if you don't think it at the moment. But yeah, thanks for watching this. That was a bit of a weird ending, but I like, making shit like that known. Because I've been there. So yeah. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you on the other side. Oh shit, the bed.